I ain't seen nothing. That is gonna be a good time, I'll tell you what. That turned down this dang air conditioner. All right then, there we go. What you got? Oh, no. That's
This vehicle is in demonstration mode. Connected by OnStar's high-speed 4G connection.
all right.
Press the blue OnStar button to learn more.
No, thank you. What is up, you guys? Gold Pody here today in the 2017 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 LTZ Z71. This is the Realtree edition, hence the camo hat. And so starting with pricing, there's a couple different setups on this one. First one is the double cab standard box that was going to start at $46,180. Then there is the crew cab short box. That one goes for $48,740. Then there is the crew cab standard box. That one starts at $49,040. And there's a couple different special edition ones as well. This one being the Realtree edition. There's also a midnight edition, a couple others. But this Realtree edition just looks so freaking cool, so I had to check it out. So that is why I'm driving this one today. Anyways, powering the LTZ Z71 is a 5.3 liter Ecotec 3 V8 engine, putting out 355 horsepower at 5,600 RPM and 383 pound-feet of torque available at 4,100 RPM. That power is going to be sent to all four wheels. This is a four-wheel drive truck, and that power is sent to the wheels through a 6-speed automatic transmission. And since we're in the Z71, that's going to have some added performance features, such as the 46mm high-pressure gas-charged shocks. There is also going to be a 36mm front stabilizer bar, an underbody transfer shield, and there is hill descent control in this one as well, of course. And as far as the miles per gallon goes, it's going to come in at 16 in the city, 22 on the highway, and maximum towing capacity on this one comes in right at around 6,100 pounds. And of course, you do have the drive modes on this one as well, so you could cycle between the two-wheel drive and the four-wheel drive if you wanted to. So you can leave it in two-wheel drive for a little better miles per gallon if you know you're just going to be driving on the highway, or put it in four-wheel drive if you're going to tackle some snow. But then when it comes to visibility, there is a fairly decent sized rear window back there, so actually I'm having no issues with visibility. I can see fine. And there are absolutely gigantic side mirrors, probably the biggest I've ever seen on a truck. And there's a little blind zone mirror in that side mirror as well, so definitely no issues with side visibility there. But then as far as the exterior goes, up front there are LED projector headlamps with daytime running lights and LED fog lamps as well. And then swinging around to the side, there is body colored side molding, body colored mirror caps on this one as well. And the standard wheel setup for the LTZ C71 is 18-inch bright machined aluminum wheels. However, there are optional 20-inch wheel sizes available with all-terrain Blackwell tires. And in case you were curious what a 20-inch wheel setup looks like, that is what I got going on this one right now, so that is what you're looking at. And of course, on the side, there's optional off-road assist steps available as well. And this one, of course, does come with it. They were definitely helpful getting into this one. And of course, you got your Realtree graphics there, since this is the Realtree edition. And then swinging around to the back, first thing I noticed when I was back there was the corner step rear bumper. It's always good for jumping into the back there. And then there are, of course, once again, Realtree graphics, loving it. And there is a single exhaust, so as always, you guys, here is that exhaust clip. Now, since we're around back, there is a easy lift and lower tailgate. The bed length comes in at 69.33 inches for the short bed and 78.87 inches for the standard bed. And as far as the width goes, between the wheel wells there is 51.03 inches. But then continuing on, there is cargo box lighting as well back there, so if you're working at night, that's going to help you out. And there is a spray-on bed liner. That is what you're looking at right there. Then moving up to the interior, I do have the crew cab today, so this is going to be a good bit, but rear legroom comes in at 40.93 inches for the crew cab. For reference, I am 6 feet tall. This is how much space I have going on back there. Definitely a ton. Even for Yao Ming, he could fit back there. There's so much leg space, so I was definitely a fan of that. And also back there, that seat does fold, so if you need additional space, you got that option as well. And there are cup holders and a rear armrest for those rear passengers as well. So yeah, it gets better. But then moving up to the front seats, they do come 10-way power adjustable with 2-way lumbar support. A cloth finish does come standard. However, I do have the leather finish on this one today. Definitely digging it. Of course, since I have the leather seats, they are heated and they are cooled as well, and it's actually getting pretty hot out. So I think I'm going to turn on those cold seats. But moving on to the steering wheel, it is tilt and telescoping. That's controlled by using 2 levers, and there actually are adjustable pedals on this one as well. So you got the seats, you got the steering wheel, and you got the pedals. You can all adjust them to make your perfect driving position. But then as far as the startup goes, let me show you guys the key here real quick. This is what the key is going to look like. There is lock and unlock, and There is a remote start at the very top up there as well, so that's what the little circle button's going to be. So you can actually start the car while you're still inside your house, have it warm up when it's freezing cold out, and that is freaking awesome. To start the truck, you're just going to use that key, of course, and upon startup, those gauges are going to do a full sweep. They do come in a silver, black, and teal finish. Definitely a pretty cool look. And there's the Z71 logo located in the tachometer as well. And then in between the tachometer and speedometer, there's a couple different things you could scroll through there, like the radio settings, for instance. That's also going to show you important information like Bluetooth and what song's playing, things like that. So that is pretty cool as well. But then checking out overall interior quality here, and this is going to be a fun one, you guys. There, of course, is dual zone climate control, so both the driver and the passenger can set their own climate settings. That's pretty cool. There's an auto dimming rear view mirror, so when the guy behind you forgets about the high beams, that's going to knock it out for you, so it's not going to bother you. And of course, there is a power moonroof. That is freaking sweet as well. Lets in so much more light. Big fan of that. There's a sunglass holder on the roof here as well. I'm seeing the home link for up to 3 different garage doors. And of course, since we have the Realtree edition, there is camo everywhere in this one. It's going to appear around the ventilation. It's going to be on the doors, and there's going to be the Realtree logo etched into the headrest of the seats as well. That's pretty freaking cool. Anyways, on to the text. So up front and center, there's an 8-inch color touchscreen display that's going to give you the time and the temperature, of course, but also you can link your phone to the car, and then you have access to Bluetooth and Pandora, of course. And you're also going to have Apple CarPlay. That's going to be the little projection icon up there. So if you have an Apple phone, you can display particular apps on your phone up on the screen up here. That's pretty cool. And then since I mentioned the audio system, the standard setup is going to come with 6 speakers, but there is an optional sound system setup that is once again going to be 6 speakers, but it's going to be manufactured by Bose. So let's test that out. I want to see what we got going on. I hope it's country for this camo truck. Actually, pretty decent amount of bass. It was a pretty equal setup. Like, the sound wasn't concentrated in one part of the truck. It was a good surround sound system for only having 6 speakers. I'm actually impressed. That sounded really good. Anyways, last thing I wanted to show you guys on this screen is when you put the truck in reverse, there is a reverse camera, of course, and when you turn the steering wheel, there are grid lines to kind of show you what direction you are going, so you make sure you don't run anything or anyone over, so that is always nice. But as always, that leads me into safety. So to start, there are front, side, and side curtain airbags as a StabiliTrak stability control system, tire pressure monitoring system. There is something called teen driver mode, which prevents safety features from being turned off. That's pretty cool. And then there's an optional enhanced driver alert package that goes for around $945. That's going to include IntelliBeam headlights. Then there's also forward collision alert with that package, low speed forward automatic braking. There's lane keep assist, front and rear park assist, and a safety alert seat. This is pretty cool, you guys. Basically what that means is the seat's going to vibrate when it senses a forward collision is imminent to kind of warn you to put on the brakes before you go hitting somebody. That is always nice. And so, but anyways, that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video and subscribe. Feel free to follow me on all this stuff I'm going to put at the bottom of the screen right here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay go. I'm heading into a dead end. Wonderful.